So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how to trade with special cards. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is teaching you guys how to trade with special cards, because it's a brand new method I've been doing as the last 48 hours. And we've been making some really good money. So as a result, what we're going to do is teach you guys how to do this method. So how we trade with special cards is we are basically looking to trade with special cards with a shadow on them. So to set up the filter how to get good deals, what we're going to do is we're going to go for a special. We're going to set the chem style to shadow. We're going to put the minimum buy now 10,250, and we're going to put the maximum buy now to, well, I go 15 million. It doesn't really matter. Now, these does not change. This is always this. The reason for this is anything below 10,250 is a column ball card, so you don't want to look at it. Obviously, you'll look at shadow because shadow adds, good value because of the chem style. And the maximum buy now, again, doesn't really matter where you put it out, but obviously you want to get as many deals as possible. But the one thing that does change is going to be the maximum bid. Basically, with this number, if you're familiar with shadow trading, you basically want to have this number to be as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. So what I mean by this is if I go and put 10.5k, is there any cards over the hour? No. So we can have a maximum of one card over the hour. Either one card over the hour or no cards over the hour. We want this number to be as high as possible. The reason we want this number to be as high as possible is because different players have different min price ranges. So if you can have your maximum bid as high as possible, it will give you as many players. For example, if I only had it at 10,250, the Hummels wouldn't pop up because he's got a minimum of 10.5. So there's still no cards over the hour at 10,750, so let's go and up it to 11k. Now at 11k, still no cards over the hour. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep on increasing the maximum bid until we can go as high as possible without there being no more than one card over the hour. And again, cholera not over the hour. That's looking good. Let's go back to shadow 1150. Still no more than one card over the hour. So again, the highest number without there being more than one card over the hour. 11,750, still no cards over the hour, looking good. 12k. If you wonder how I knew there were no cards over the hour without scrolling, it's just because obviously the last card on the page was cholera. Okay, so at 12k there are a few cards over the hour. So that's not going to work because for this method to work, you can't have more than one card over the hour. So what it means is because 12k doesn't work but 11,750 does, 11,750 is the highest price we can have without there being more than one card over the hour. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and search the filter in, and we are going to scroll to the end. Now it might be a little bit quiet because it's the morning, but what we can do is we can press compare price back out, and what this will do, as long as there is no more than one, so a lot of people say, there's either no cards or two cards. 0 cards over the hour is all good, which want the highest maximum bid without there being more than one. What we're going to do is we're going to press compare price back out. Now, because there are no cards over the hour, this mechanic works. And this mechanic works by basically refreshing the market without you actually having to back out. As it is early morning for when I'm recording this, so the market is a little bit derelict, I guess, as such. So what we'll do is I'll keep refreshing, and then I'll show you guys when a brand new card pops up. And then we'll explain about what sort of cards we're looking to buy. So there we go, a brand new card has gone and popped up with the likes of Otamendi. As I say, it is quite quiet in the morning, so this would not really do it justice in how active this filter is going into the afternoon. If you're interested in when the market is the most active, again, this is just the case for all trading methods. It's 3 p.m. what are we nowadays? GMT any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, the market is super active all the time. So you should be able to get loads of cards popping up. So again, what you do is you press compare price back out, and then a new card will pop up eventually. So there are 2 rules of thumb when it comes to buying stuff. The first rule of thumb is if a card is below 20k, we're going to look to buy them with a shadow for the same price they are without a shadow. So for example, Otamendi pops up, he is under 20k. I'm looking to buy him for the same price with a shadow than he is without a shadow. So Otamendi without a shadow is 15k. So what we do is if this card right here was 15k, we'd go and buy it. So that is the first rule of thumb. Anything under 20k, we're looking to buy the players for the same price with a shadow as they are without a shadow. The idea is because, again, 12k, so I wouldn't go and buy that Danilo there. And the idea is because the because the Shadow Chemstar is 5k, on any of the cheap special cards, it should add more value than the amount of tax you have to pay. So as a result, buying a special card with a shadow under 20k for the same price it is without a shadow, more times than not, will make you some good profit. Now the second set of card is cards over 20k. Now why is there a difference between cards that are under 20k and over 20k? Well, that is because of the tax. Like I said, the shadow should add more value than the tax that you have to pay, which is 5%. So for example, Otamendi will have 750 coins tax, but because a shadow is 4k, the idea is that will add more value than you'll have to pay in tax. But someone like Diaz is 100k. Now, the tax on someone who's 100k is 5k. Well, a shadow is only 5k, which means that wouldn't work. So how do we buy anything over the likes of 20k? Well, what we're going to do is we first off want to go and load up FootBin. So we're going to load up Diaz. We're then going to click on 14 days hourly. And what we're going to do is we're basically looking in the last few days, what are the peaks. So unless there's a crazy reason for the cards to really be down, we're basically looking for the peaks in the last few days. So right here I see, what do you see here? 104k there. We see 103k there. We see about 103k there. So we see about 103k consistently. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get 10% cheaper than what they consistently go up to. So if he consistently goes up to 103, what I'm going to look to do is buy him for no more than 93, and then I'll go and try and sell him for whatever he sells for with a shadow. Because the idea is, on the expensive card, some players are the same price with a shadow as they are without a shadow. Which means if you're getting 10% cheaper than what they normally sell for, then you're going to, at minimum, make 5% profit. But some of them do have a little bit of a premium. So some sell for a little bit more with a shadow, even though they're a 60, 70k card. Which means you're going to make like 7, 8% profit on players. So again, we can do the exact same here with Scott. So Scott. So we're going to go look at the last few days. So you can see she's got up here to about 69k there, about 68k right there. So going to want to get about 10%. We're going to look to ideally get a 63k or below. Now, of course, you can try and win these cards on bids if you want. But the ideal method is that you'll be winning them on snipes. Now, if there's a really good deal, let's say a Scott pops up for 50k, but I didn't know what Scott sells for. What I am going to be doing is checking the FootBin. But by the time I've checked FootBin, she's probably already sold on. So obviously that sucks, right? Because that would have been really good profit on a Scott who's 50. Well, what you got to appreciate with this method is it's just a learning curve. At the beginning, you're not going to know anyone's price, but eventually what you're going to do is you're going to learn more and more players' prices to the point where you don't have to really check anyone. And then once you don't have to check anyone, you can win a lot more deals. So for example, like that Matic right there, you know, I didn't win Matic because I was checking the price. But it's not something to get worked up about going, oh, the method won't work. Because now I've learned, okay, Matic we buy at 16k. I learned a second ago that Scott we go and buy at 63k. We learned earlier Otamendi we buy at 15k. So it's not really worth getting too worked up about not winning deals, because the idea is you just learn more and more players' prices. And then new players will be in the position you're in, and you'll be in the position with hopefully what, you know, the people are buying the cards. Now to do this method, you ideally want at least like 200-300k. If you are doing it with anything less, you're going to mix it in with a bit of shadow trading, when basically you might run out of money with special card trading. The reason for this is because, yeah, you'll probably just run out of money quite fast. Because players don't necessarily sell on instantly, you kind of want a bit of a kitty to do this method with. So let's say we've gone and won ourselves Matic earlier there at 16k. Now what do we go and sell the cards? So the cards under 20k, what I would do is I would sell them for the highest price where there is no card over the hour. So what I mean by this is if we want Matic with a shadow at 16, I now want to go and sell him for the highest price he is listed for without there being a card over the hour. So for Matic, that generally might be 19k. You might go, well, why are you going to go and sell him for 19k if, you know, the cheapest on the market's 18k? Well, there aren't that many Matics on the market with a shadow, which means he fluctuates up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down all day long. Because he does that, it means that you want to ideally sell at the top of that fluctuation. So what I'd do is I'd go and sell Matic for about 19 to 19,250, because I'd be confident that he would fluctuate up to that price. Now this is all good and well doing this in a rising market, and normally a rising market is Sunday to Friday. But if you're doing this method on Friday to Sunday, you might want to play it a little bit safer, especially if we're going into 6 PM. And and just go and sell either the second or third cheapest, or you could just sell for the cheapest. That's again if you're doing this method Friday to Sunday, but ideally it just means you need to make sure you got rid of stuff before 6 PM, because that's normally when the market does drop. When it comes to expensive players, I wouldn't use this method as much, just because some of them can be a little bit rarer with shadow. What your best method would be to do is just go and sell for the cheapest on the market. Well, whatever is the highest out of the cheapest on the market with a shadow, or what they've fluctuated up to in the last like 72 hours. So for example, if Diaz fluctuated up to 105k, and then we went and searched for him with a shadow, if the price he is with a shadow is higher than 105k, I would go and sell him for that price. If 105k is higher than the current price of him with a shadow, I'd go and list him for 105k. So yeah, right now he's up for like 100k. So what I'd do is I'd list him up for the 105k because I'd gamble he'd fluctuate up to that. But if the cheapest was 110 with a shadow, I'd sell at 109. Hopefully that makes sense. So I've been doing this method for the last 72 hours, and I'll say it has been, yeah, it's been really good. There's Diaz is literally fluctuating up. There's Benucci's, we were winning at like 26, selling for 28. Ward-Prowse's, we were winning at 27, selling at 31. Won this Lamptey for 84k yesterday. Klaus, we won at 15. Barnes, we won at 14. Whiffer, we won at 13. Romero, we won at 18. Solo, we won at 12. So some absolute steals in this method. But as I say, we're still doing it alongside shadow trading, because shadow trading is still very, very effective, but it's just a method I've been doing a lot in the last 24 hours, which means it is time for me to make you guys a tutorial. So that is going to wrap it up. Hopefully this video has been useful. As I say, it's a bit of a more high-end, but it's a little bit more interesting than shadow trading. That's why I quite like it. It's a nice change of scenery when it comes to trading. But that is going to be that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.